Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be reviewing a 25 Bronco Badlands with the 2.7. This one is Azure gray and it has the painted top. Sorry if you get a little bit of wind noise. It is breezy today, but you know what? Today is a cool day because thanks to Cavalier Ford Chesapeake Square here in Chesapeake, Virginia, they're allowing me to do the review on this lot. So in the description below, I'll put a link to their website. Check out their inventory. They have a lot here. We're actually going to do another video where we look at the rest of their inventory. So good people over here, check them out. All right, here's what we have. We have a Bronco Badlands. So we still have the same orange, the typical Badlands orange logo, and little Sasquatch dude still in there. They didn't change any of that. All right, let's look at the engine. So you know, I know a lot about these engines, at least I think I do. There's a few changes. There's little connectors that are slightly different on the charge pipes. There's this little bit of a, I don't know if we want to call this a heat shield or a kink guard or whatever, but they've added this little plastic. It's like wire molding, but for some reason they put it on the PCV hose here. This goes from the valve cover to the intake. If you put in a catch can, this is where it goes. It interrupts the circuit here. But overall, other than a few different color connectors, you have the basic engine compartment with the exception of one thing that I see. And there may be something else. Hit me up in the comments below if you know of something else, but no more insulation, sound deadening insulation underneath the hood. So if you want to know what your hood looks like underneath, well, there it is if you have a 21 or 22, at least 23 Badlands. But at some point, Ford did away with that, and I don't even know if it's an orderable option or not. And there's something else they did away with, but I want to check it out. So here we go. So we have the typical Badlands grille, sort of that carbonized metal flake, still have the white letters. And you'll see the license plate holder is already mounted and ready for your new temporary tags or your permanent ones, whatever you do. Modular front bumper, that is awesome. I think everything there is the same. We do have something else that's different are the wheels. Check out the wheels. So these are 35s, or they're real close, like 34 point something, but they're close to 35 inch, so they call them 35s. This is more like the Everglades wheel. It is not beadlock capable. As you can see, they just added some design around the outside, but they do look good. I'm a fan. I kind of like them, but I also like my regular Sasquatch beadlock capable wheels that is on my Bronco. The Azure gray, close to Area 51, but remember this has metal flake in it. This one is a little pollinated. It's going to be hard for dealers to keep vehicles clean this time of the year because of pollen. Like if you wash a vehicle today, it's got pollen on it the next day. So, all right, check this out. My favorite things that I see on a vehicle is this. I love this flag. All right, so let's put that over here. Inside, Ford did away with a few different things, and let's go over those now. They did away with the wireless charging pad, and there's a little storage compartment here. Still have your, your drink holders here. If you notice, the orange stitching in general is out of the Badlands, at least this one, and the added stitching that they had on the dash pad is not there. It seemed like the ones with the added stitching had a covering over it. I think it was a covering because it seemed to be a little bit softer when you touch. If you watch my video of Bronco Off-Rodeo in Tennessee, you'll know that I really, really like that one. I said it like 10 times, but it really is cool. But the orange stitching, at least on this Badlands, is not here. If you notice, like right here on the little nets in the doors, also in the back, it is not there. Also on your little your vents, whatever this little piece is here. Gavin's going to try to show you underneath the painted hardtop on this one, but if you notice, there's a little bit of padding here, a little bit of sound deadening, and also it's white. It's sort of that white black look here. I love it. It's cleaned. I would imagine on a white Bronco or a black Bronco, it even looks better, makes more sense. But hey, I don't mind it at all, adding a little bit of color. I did see someone post a video and I said, what the heck did they put on the roof of their MIC top? Well, now I know. And that might be a painted top deal where it's only on the inside of a painted top. Different material, I would assume, different texture. So, but as far as the steering wheel, it feels the same. 12-inch screen is standard now. Of course, this is a Badlands, so we have stay bar disconnect. No nugget holder in this one, so all the buttons are here. Now let's look in the back. All right, so in the back seat, uneventful. If you notice, like I said, we don't have the little orange stitching there again on the back, on below the MOLLE panel here. Orange stitching in the seat is not here, and this is marine grade vinyl, washout floors. We still have a typical, you know, nothing's changed here, but here's what I do want to talk about is this top. Now, I really like the painted tops. Now, you might like the Azure gray, which this one is in, or maybe you don't like it. I like it because it's close to Area 51, but there's metal flake in it. But I think that the top is a game changer, and let me tell you why. If you're going to wrap a vehicle, do a custom logo, if you're going to put your company logo or just do some custom logo that you want on your Bronco, I think it does away with one critical component, is one more color. Either the black in the soft top, or pretty cool bike, or in the MIC top, that sort of carbonized gray. So what happens is now we have more of a solid palette of color. And so when you add another color logo here, it's not too busy. That's just my personal opinion. Still have the rock rails. Like I said, don't mind the pollen on here. We're in Eastern Virginia, and this time of the year, every vehicle is going to get pollen on it every single day. So, but this is kind of what it looked like. You know, you're driving your Bronco, you're going a little, you're using it. This is kind of what it's going to look like. So if you want to see it, rock rail here, pretty awesome. There again, it's, you know, it works. I don't know of any other changes underneath in the drivetrain. I haven't done a technical review on a 25 Bronco on any of the trims. So this is my first 25 Bronco walk around, period. So, you know, we're going to check it out. We noticed I think this looks a little, the backup camera looked like it sticks out further because of the wheel, the different wheel. I don't know. We're going to check ours out. All right, Gavin's going to keep the camera working here. So as you notice, we have the accessory ready panel still in here. Mountains to Metal. If you're not familiar with Mountains to Metal, they're an aftermarket company. They make all cool, kinds of cool gadgets for the Ford Bronco and other stuff. But they have a really nice locker that would go right here. Gavin can show you that. So this panel would come out, and they have this storage locker with a key on it. Pretty cool. So check them out. Okay. I think it's the same. I know there's someone making a protective cover for the back of the seats to protect the carpet. If you notice, when you have marine grade vinyl, you have washout floors. If you lay the seats down, you have this rubber material here, but the back of this is carpet. So I think someone has really got a good idea about adding something here. Still have the bottle opener right here, a little Easter egg you might not know, but if you have a bottle, metal cap, crack it open, and pretty cool. So I think in the back, other than that, it is about the same. So let's close this up. So there we go. I mean, it's a Badlands. It's a Badlands Bronco. It's 25, 2.7 automatic, of course, because it's a 2.7. Painted top. This particular color is Azure gray. If you're wondering, I'll put that in the description below. This vehicle, MSRP on this vehicle is what the $67,550. That's MSRP, but definitely reach out to the good folks here at Cavalier Ford and see what kind of deal that they've got on this. You know, the Broncos are unique. Certain trims sell faster than others. The Raptor's cool vehicle, but because of the price point, there's less buyers. The Badlands is a solid vehicle. For the money, you get a really, really good off-roading vehicle. And by the way, I'm not trying to be cool with the glasses today. It is a little bright today. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but I didn't want to have to see like bright light the rest of the day. But there you go. And let's go ahead and close this so you can get an idea what it looks like without the hood open. Love it. The hood sounds more dampened when you close it than the ones with, at least mine, with the dampening. But either way, recovery points on the modular bumper. You can add the brush bar or the bull bar for the front. You can add a winch. You can do all sorts of good stuff. I didn't mention this Bronco does have the Lux package, so you have the adaptive cruise control, so you will be limited on what winch you can use or what bumper you can use because you have the little radar sensor right here. Thanks for watching this review of the 25 Ford Bronco Badlands here at Cavalier Ford Chesapeake Square in Chesapeake, Virginia. I do appreciate them for allowing me to do this and for you for watching. If you would, give me a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you're interested in a Bronco and a Badlands, Azure gray with a painted top, well, here it is. Put the website in the description below. Come check it out. Look forward to talking to you on the next video.